Hi, I'm attorney Sherri Stinson, your Palm Harbor estate planning attorney, and I've been helping families in Pinellas and Pasco counties protect their estates and what matters to them most for over 20 years. Today, I want to talk to you about wills versus trust and which one do you need. Now, in my office, we don't do anything cookie cutter. Everything is custom tailored to the client and their families and what they need. You might be wondering, what is the difference of a will versus a trust? Now, these documents have some similarities in that they both tell the court where you want your things to go and who's in charge. But that's about where those similarities end. So, wills always require probate. One of the things that people are most often shocked to hear is that just because they have a will doesn't mean that they're going to avoid probate. Now, what is probate? Probate is the process of getting the court involved to help administer everything once you pass away. It can be expensive and it can be time consuming. So, some of the expenses involved in a probate are things like filing fees, certain notices that need to be published in a newspaper, and most importantly, and the biggest source of cost to your family, are those attorney's fees. Some attorneys charge on an hourly basis, some charge based on the statutory basis, but all in all, it generally works out to around 3% of whatever the value of your estate is. So if you have a $500,000 estate, you might be paying $15,000 in attorney's fees. And if you have $1 million estate, you might be paying $33,000 in attorney's fees. So probate is really a big deal. And when people tell me that they're wanting to avoid probate, what they really mean is they're wanting to avoid the expense and the time associated with it. Now, a trust, on the other hand, if it's done correctly, and that's a big if, because it needs to be funded, meaning the trust needs to be the owner of the assets or the trust needs to be the beneficiary of the assets. But trust, properly done, properly funded, they can avoid the problems that come up with probate. So the length of time and the expenses and the delay. And also, trust can protect you while you are alive if you are incapacitated and pass your assets once you die. And in addition to that, you can put some restrictions. So maybe you have kids and you think, I don't want them getting $500,000 all at once. I'd prefer to receive them to receive that money in stages. A trust will allow you to do that, whereas a will does not. So I'm sure after watching this video, you have lots of questions, and that's okay because this can be a very complicated subject made less complicated when you talk to an attorney who does estate planning. So I invite you to give my office a call or visit our website where you can also find a free estate planning checklist so that you can get more information, be an informed consumer, and know exactly what steps to take next. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you.